Yay, Ducati Monster 1100. Welcome, I am Luke. Today is Tuesday, not like I said yesterday was Tuesday, the 2nd of March. I have just finished work at the mighty Kerrang Towers. A good show today as well, some wicked rock and roll years, gave away some Stereophonics Live at Kerrang tickets. It's not a bad way to spend your day, but the time now is about 2:45, and I'm off to go and meet a few people at the Motorcycle Industry Association, taking place in Coventry. It's just a nice little run down the A45, about 25 miles. I'm going to take the A roads, not the motorway, because I've given this a blast on the motorway. I want to find out what it's like a little bit more around the smaller roads. As I say, I've been so impressed with the handling on this bike, and it's just general torquiness. It's not the outright monster kind of, obviously it's called the Monster, that I thought it would be, if you know what I mean. I thought it would probably, you know, want to rip my hands off kind of thing. But you know, it's in that category, along with the street triple, those naked sports bikes where you do want something that's kind of exciting, but also you can actually ride because you're not fully down. Just looking at it again, I tell you what, the looks of this thing has really grown on me just as I got it. As I mentioned to you, when I saw it on paper, I wasn't that impressed, but it's got so much character, it's got so much personality. And so far it's made a real impression. Just with that amount of torque it kind of throws at you, which is always good. So I'm going to head off. As you can see, it is a beautiful sunny day. Perfect day for riding. It's about 9-10 degrees. I've got my Ruckle weather gear on, so I'm good. Just found out that my camera won't arrive, the new one, the HD head GoPro one, until probably about Friday, just because the parcel that I thought I'd sent off on Friday hadn't been sent, so I've got to get a special delivery returning the old camera. So that'll be sorted soon, and I will have the wireless mic by the end of the month too. I'm excited about that. Until then, you'll just have to make do with me talking about the bikes and showing you lots of images of them. So I'm going to set off now to Coventry, and then I'll let you know how the ride goes. See you in a bit. Okay, here I am, back from Coventry from my meeting at the MCIA, the Motorcycle Institute Association, with all the guys from Capitalise and got some Honda and everyone else there. So it was brilliant. The idea is we're going to be doing lots of cool things on the Get On website. My blogs will be appearing on those shortly. www.geton.co.uk. This is a website set up for people who are looking to either try biking for the first time, get back into it, or maybe you're an avid biker and you've got a friend who you think would love it. But you know, it's a hard thing to get out there and go and do, just buy a bike, get the equipment, do your test. So what they do on the Get On website is they allow everyone to go on there to get a half hour, 3 lessons, see if it's going to be something they like, equipment hire, all of that kind of stuff. It's a brilliant venture, and it's something that I'm very proud to be involved in, and I'll be talking to you about it a lot more over the coming weeks and months. So I'm going to be doing lots of cool testing stuff for them. But having got back from Coventry, I'm rather in love with this bike. Ducati Monster, as you can see there, and look at it. Now I'm standing far back, just to give you an idea of just how impressive the noise is from this thing. A bit of a tweak before I turn it off, talk a little bit more about it. That is sex in a bike. Okay, let's talk about why this bike surprised me. First up, mentioned the looks before. I think she is beautiful. If you're looking at a naked bike, you want that steel chassis exposed. You want that raw, kind of almost squat feeling, which it has got. When you look at the curvature of the seat, the shortness of the back there, it makes you feel really over the handlebars. It's almost like a hooligan, man. It shouts with that noise and that twin. And yet, the thing that surprised me the most about this bike, I really thought I was going to get on it and it would be almost very unwieldy, very hard to manage. Now, this is something I'm saying a lot about the bikes at the moment. They're becoming more manageable, but you know, I really thought this would just be all torque, no steering, no brakes, and you just be hanging on for your dear life. Speed Triple, for instance, great bike, and I did absolutely love it. It's so powerful, so fast, but you know what I mean? I almost killed myself on it about 3 or 4 times. And as much as I like that adrenaline, for the average user, that's not something you're looking for. So the thing that's got me about this is, first up, let's talk about how easy it is to use. Handling. Talked already about how it's squat at the front and it kind of seems to almost fall away from your handlebars, and at first you think that's going to make it awkward to turn, but as soon as you actually little dip into the corner, it makes it really easy, and there's no kind of that. I understand you sometimes get on kind of more upright bikes where you're trying to lean it in and it just won't turn. Secondly, power. Man, this thing has power, and while it may not be the power that if you let it out too quickly it's going to literally throw you off the back of the bike, it's just constant. Talked about how a parallel, V-twin even, or a twin, delivers power so differently than a 3-cylinder or 4-cylinder. You know, with a 4-cylinder there's a when it comes in. Well, even with a 3-cylinder there's that. With this it's just on or off. It's kind of like a pneumatic drill. It's like you pull in the trigger and it's just, and then you let go. It's not. I mean, obviously, you know, there is a throttle on there. You control it, but it's just intense when it comes. And while it may not be, you know, 190 brake at the back or whatever, doesn't matter, because with that torque, pulling away from lights, just going through traffic, it's just like, oh, it's an instant kick in the back of the head, but in a very good way. And brakes, again, very manageable. Very much surprised me on that front. And that's the thing. This bike, it's fun. you can really chuck it around. It's fast, you know, don't get me wrong, because it's not going to do 180 miles an hour because it's a kind of a naked upright bike. You know, you have got that torque there, and I was taking a few bikes off the lights. In fact, a lot of bikes off the lights today, purely because of that. They don't expect you to be able to put that power down so quickly, which I could do. Thirdly, as I say, I mentioned already, looks. But I think it's the overall package that surprised me. This is 9,995, so £10,000 new. And to be honest with you, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with that. It's a bike that can really kind of power through the gears. You can do long distance, you can do short distance. In other words, it's just a damn good bike. Listen. So that's been my day today. I've finished finally now, and tomorrow I'll be back out on this bike. Actually no, tomorrow I'm on the Hornet, aren't I? I'm taking that back to Street Bike to get their opinions. So time to say goodbye. Goodbye.